I got out being infantry, I was taught I could kill you or I could clean your house.
One of them was having the name of the band Kelen Heller. So we voted. I voted no. And
Okay.
I was outvoted.
Hey, this is Party Like a Rockstar podcast, and I'm your host, Joel. Today's episode is brought to you by Misha's Kind Foods. They're an LA-based small business making the world's finest non-dairy cheese on the market today. They're lactose-free, paleo, keto, kosher, Parev, and 100% vegan. If you like what you see, check out the next video. If you like this video, please subscribe and like by clicking the little round button on the bottom right. To learn more about me or other guests on the show, go to joelrody.com. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. The handle is Joel Rohde. If you haven't already read my book, Memoir of a Roadie, it's now available through Amazon and paperback Kindle or as an audiobook. I hope you enjoy the show. Kevin Wall is a founder and was the drummer of the band Kelen Heller. He now plays drums in the band Symmetry. Darrin Perry, aka Mayhem Jesus, is a tour manager with MVK Music Group. His show Beauty and the Beast plays on Rock Rage Radio. Are you the beauty or are you the beast?
Depends on what day of the month it is.
I don't know. That chick's pretty fucking hot, dude. I'm thinking you are not the beauty in this.
Yeah.
You might have nicer hair.
That's what she says.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. No, he don't have anything nicer than she has.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, that's he's right. I can't argue that.
What did you do in the Army?
I was 11 Bravo. I was an infantryman.
Okay. And how long were you in the Army?
Love it.
I did just under 5 years, 4 and some change.
Okay. How come you didn't become a lifer?
Because I'm smart.
Is it tough? Thanks for your
no, man.
Yeah,
there was a lot of shit going on when I was able to get out, so I did. And there's times that I'd look back and kind of wish that because I'd be retiring right about now. And but I don't know. I went epic. I signed up right after 9/11.
Oh, okay.
So I was ready to fight, and I put myself into a spot.
Place, man. Not that it's not now, but I mean that was like, whew.
Yeah. Well, I was young and pissed off, and I wanted to go and fight. So,
why'd you pick
I scored in '94, dude. I could have done anything. I could have, anything, but
you could have been a drummer.
Anything but that. I don't anything but that. I've tried it, man. I can get my hands going pretty good, or I can get my feet going pretty good. But once I try
getting them all going at one time,
dude, then I'm like a monkey fucking a football. I can't get my shit together for nothing.
Yeah, I'm not not my gig either. I don't know though. I felt like I should just become like a drummer podcast or something. I don't know what it is, but I've got like all these fucking drummers. So
yeah. Oh, the chicks will love it. Chicks love drummers.
I don't think any women watch this.
Oh, you gotta look, Kevo. Kevo doesn't need anymore.
You don't. Yeah.
So you guys toured together, or when you say out there? Oh, you mean visiting?
Yeah, I went. I was on the road, just kind of in my whole life transformation. Kevo was a big part of that, and
okay.
I met up with him, and we've been buddies since long before that.
Right. Well, we had a crazy things bring us together.
He's actually part of. There was this chick that had me believing that she was tied up with TKO, the Kirby organization that does, the biggest booking agency in the country that I can think of. And had me just dead set believing that she was going to have me a job lined up.
The CEO, clearly.
Oh, yeah. Something right up in there, or they wanted her to be, but she just didn't want to, advance. Well, come to find out, she was just completely full of shit. And that's whenever I decided to just go ahead and do my own thing. And I went from
Kevin killed her.
No, she's still around. She's still stalking the waters of social media.
Bad job, Kevin. Bad job.
Well, see, I was the same thing happened to me, except I was probably a couple of months ahead of Darrin. So by the time Darrin hit the rock bottom I had been on through this insanity, really, the picture that's painted, and with many people we know that were involved. So I met Darrin. He sent me a friend request when he was just hitting the bottom. So he sent me messages, and I knew exactly what he was going through, and I, told him my experience, and the man he's become since that, man, I've just seen this dude growing, like crazy. And that was, if I'm not mistaken, the light to, or the spark to, to fire him up and get him on this path he's on, which is, wherever he wants to be. But, it just happened to me before it happened to him. So when we met and he started messaging me, that was where the craziness that we were all going through started coming to light, because we're both telling the same stories, and then there's other guys telling the same stories. So it was crazy.
Yeah.
But I was just a little bit ahead of Darrin, so I got to help him. I got to help him get down as lightly as possible.
He's been a good friend to me for sure.
It's good to have him.
Yeah, we got only because in the people that she's fucked around. She goes after people in the music industry and teases them with this little, lifetime opportunity job, and then fucking gets you.
That's right. I was so excited.
I had some recruiter emailing me, and I wrote back. I was nice. I'm like, I assure you, nobody at any of these companies would want to hire a guy like me, which is nice, right? Quit emailing me. I'm not looking for a job.
The bad thing is now it makes me look like a nut job to TKO. So I'm sure anytime that Andrew or Mike even hears my name, they probably get a shudder, because this chick had like passes and W-2s and all kinds of shit with their name, their company name on it, her name. And she was talented. She's
good at what she does, for sure.
She could use that for good instead of evil. You know what
I'm telling you, she changed the world, wouldn't she?
Dude, I'm telling you.
You got this new gig now, though. I looked up MVK. There's some cool people on the board there with you. There's the Candlebox dude. Right? Candlebox guy? Am I making shit up? I think so. I forgot his name, but I actually wrote to him at some point. I know he was in Candlebox.
No, I got tied up with MVK through a band called Seasons. Seasons are a metalcore band out of Richmond, Virginia. And they wanted me to be their TM. Kevin, I've been told for the past couple of years that I need to be a TM, that's like the job for me.
Yeah. And natural. The dude is natural at it.
You're the guy to go get with enough at 4:00 in the morning for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think I can do it without them hating me at the end of 3 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
That's the goal.
Records. I kept them amongst my Seals and Croft collection. They're right in the middle for you go to the easy listening to Seasons, and then back to a little bit of that. It was good.
To Seasons? Are you talking about Art Seasons? My Seasons?
I was trying to make a joke. It's terrible.
Everyone's
looking at me like, "Are you talking shit about my music?"
Yeah.
I don't like your hat military now, you that little English bastard. With your little wannabe beard, I'll be like, "Hey, Kevin."
No, I'm super grateful to both the band and the company because they're rolling it up too.
I never did tour management type stuff, but I remember the allure. I kind of thought it would be a cool gig.
Yeah,
I had some tour managers now on here. I didn't know they were the guys to collect the money. I had no idea. Like, how could you not know that? That's what we fucking did. I'm like, I don't know. None of you guys.
That's like number one. Yeah. Make sure they get paid, make sure they're safe, and then try to make sure that they have as good a time along the way as you can.
I did a bit of stage management, and what was funny, it was like, okay, here's your rock stars. And then I could just picture the tour manager like skipping and like partying his ass off.
Oh, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, here's your fucking rock stars back, But I don't think it really.
Stage management is a motherfucker. I've got friends that have done it and do it, regularly. And I've seen different types, from like the mother hen type, where the bands are their babies and they're going to look after them, and they get
I love that type. I love
to
that
the
tie.
fucking militant, get the fuck here, and there. And
I loved doing it. Because I like talking to people, getting to know people, and you talk to the most, man. I get to know the stagehands real good, and I liked a lot of the stagehands at the various places in the country or the world that you're going to. You get to meet people with different vibes going on, and then you have your catastrophes that you got to figure out that are all figure outable. It's my word of the day. It's my Pee Wee Herman fucking figure outable Pee Wee Herman Playhouse word of the day. But I liked it. It was kind of a good gig. I didn't mind it at all. But I can see where like it can be hard, man. I mean, you're the guy everybody's fucking yelling at because your shit isn't on time. So
yeah, that's where I think the military will help me out. I'm used to getting yelled at and nothing being good enough. So you just fucking, I put it into a concert background instead of a combat background. And I'm
the military thing, I mean, on your resume, it's fucking gold, man. I mean,
yeah, that's the only thing that I get from going infantry is, you get the respect of it. And I got, I gained respect myself for other things and people in life and discipline and all that.
Plus you get that like 5% off discount at all these wonderful places.
That's right.
Damn
I get
right.
a free meal once a year on Veterans Day. Applebee's will hook a motherfucker up.
That's good.
But I always said that I should have done like HVAC or something like that, because when I got out being infantry, I was taught I could kill you or I could clean your house. That's pretty much what the infantry taught me.
In no particular order.
Yeah. Well, you always clean last, dude. Always
all right.
Always clean last.
What about you, Kev? What were you doing before playing the drums?
Sir?
What were you doing before playing the drums? What was?
Well, I've been playing the drums since 13.
Yeah, like breastfeeding, I think.
I was gonna say, what did you do when you were a little guy? But I don't think you were ever a little guy, huh, Kevin?
Yeah. I built race cars. Like I built chassis for stock cars. Worked in Roush and other shops in Charlotte.
My father was a machine shop.
All right, that's great. Yeah,
I grew up with the machine shop as my garage. That was at our house. So we had
good money, man.
I don't know. He worked all the time. That's all I remember. I mean, we had 2 bead blasters, we had milling machines and lathes and all that stuff. I remember when I sold everything, he died. I sold everything and I wanted to keep 1 bead blaster because I was like, I don't know. I got actually, you'll appreciate this shit, Darrin. I got these like devil head things and I beaded them and they were like cool looking, man. After I beaded them, they were dark and they looked fucking great. And I made like door handles out of them. It was cool.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I'm like, I want to keep the bead blaster and the air compressor. And the guy's like, no. I'm like, well, why use the air compressor to fill up the tires on the car? And the air compressor is like the size of the room I'm in right now. It's fucking huge. And the guy's like, you're not giving me that fucking
tires with that shit.
I bought all this shit. I was like, all right. Anyway, sorry. So you're doing stock cars, which is fucking cool. And then you decided to be a drummer?
Yeah, it was fun. But I learned too much, and I can't watch racing to save my life now. I'm very traditional when it, I feel like NASCAR died when Earnhardt did. And
okay.
I was there for the car tomorrow, the changeover and with all the crazy rules now, it's just.
So my dad did a lot of racing and I had photos and stuff. And so he's back in, I want to say the late 50s, early 60s, no helmet, nothing. But they did have some fireproofy type shit, but it's crazy. Nothing. He had a pet monkey and he could race with the fucking monkey in the car. He said,
wow.
That's
right.
That's
very
cool. That's awesome.
That's cool.
I don't believe. I mean, why would you be? Can you imagine you're sitting on the starting line and the fucking guy in like the Corvette or whatever in front of you has a fucking monkey?
I could throw a shit at you.
Yeah,
exactly.
Game, man.
I would be
Yeah, it's like Mario Kart. I don't know what the hell.
Banana peels. Banana peels out the window.
All those old pictures is cool because the cars are different, And I don't know.
So different.
Cars from the 50s and 60s in black and white just look better. There was something cooler about them.
Right. Well, they were really more stock then. Now it's all, they get a mold from Chevy or Ford or whoever, but the rest of it has to be identical. When you would do a Car Tomorrow chassis and take it to NASCAR to be inspected, it could be off fractions of an inch, any bar, and you got to take it back and fix it. That's how similar they have everyone now, and then all they'll do is just let the person they want to win. They'll just let them do something. It's just a minor adjustment, and then it doesn't guarantee a win, but what it does is give them an advantage. It's like politics of anything. Humans are gonna take it and
shady,
make it so political that it's just disgusting, and it's hard to watch. So it definitely killed my love for racing, and
that's what I want to do in this podcast, is just totally make the whole thing, every episode, just political. And that way everybody will love it.
I could get on that one too.
Dude, you'll have
a million
fucking hits tomorrow.
I should get like a super left wing guy and a super right wing guy, and then I'll just like fall asleep.
Just film it.
That's how I feel right now. I'm sick of everybody
let
fighting
them fucking duke it out.
Yeah. How did you get your band name?
Our guitar player Ephraim, when the first rehearsal, we were talking about bringing Ephraim in, to see if he would be interested. Because I've toured with him. I was touring with him in 2000. And so he came in, and he had a couple of things that he was wanting to, he would love to see happen. And one of them was having the name of the band Kelen Heller. So we voted. I voted no. And I was outvoted. But you know what? The truth is, a name is only as good as you make it. And when it just comes to us five, I feel like when I look each five of them in the eyes, I love that name because of what we all went through together. We went from here to LA, opened for Guns N' Roses, Godsmack, you name it. We shared a stage with them. But I'm just proud of that name and what the fun we had, and we were that close to superstardom. So that's close enough for me. When I'm on my deathbed, I won't say if I just would have just tried, or if I just would have gone for it. I can, on my deathbed, say I was that close, baby.
Well, the music industry is so different now too. I mean,
I'm happy to be out of it, honestly. I'm good. I'm fine out of it.
So what are you
because
doing?
of the way it is. Business, buying and selling cars.
I just looking actually like 3 or 4 days ago. My buddy's going to be a transpo captain. He's just getting into the gigs, and so it's like you with management. He's so excited about it. So I was like, let's buy a few cars, but he's saying rent for cars is like a Chevy Caprice or whatever. He's looking at all this boring shit. I'm like, I don't want that piece of shit in my driveway. And he's like, well, I want rent. I'm like, oh, look at this one, some old El Camino. And he's like, yeah.
Right on.
Where are you guys?
I'm near Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Oh, fun.
And I'm near Evansville, Indiana.
Yeah.
Which is why I travel so much. That's why I go to Myrtle Beach and hang out with Kevo.
Myrtle Beach is cool, man. So if I remember right, you guys have happy hour all day, right? There's no happy hour. It's illegal.
It's illegal. It's illegal here too.
Like happy hour is an all day thing at each bar, right?
Yeah. You can't have happy hour because it's got to be all inclusive, man.
I didn't
even know that.
Yeah, it's illegal in Indiana.
Is that way in Indiana too?
Yeah, I bartended for like 18 years off and on. So
Yeah, what is it? You guys you have a House of Blues in Myrtle Beach that's connected to like a crocodile farm.
Yes, it's amazing.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, it was the shit.
We were close to playing it 2015, 2016. I wish we would have. Hey, Darrin, you pass me that, man?
I got you, dog. It's kind of rude, isn't it?
No, it isn't. It's just, I made sure to, to take a toke before I called in.
Obviously.
That's one reason I was probably having so much trouble getting in.
That's why we're all so much interested in this. We're so interested.
Yeah, I've become pretty open about my consumption.
Nobody cares anymore. The world,
it's like tattoos. It's socially acceptable, so
nobody cares.
The few that do.
Absolutely. Yeah, I would tell anybody.
Some bartending stories, dude. Bartending for 18 years.
Yeah, tell us, Darrin.
Crazy shit.
Oh, dude. I just had a customer today. I stopped in to have a beer.
But so you're not? Are you bartending right now?
No. Well, if I'm in town, I travel too much to keep a steady like shift.
So is it dive bar though, or is it nice bar?
Oh, for sure. I could not. It's why I'm on internet radio with Rock Rage Radio as opposed to terrestrial radio.
See, I would be on your show because you happen to be on with a really good-looking lady. But all right, whatever.
She's something, man.
It's one way to meet women,
Hey, it doesn't help me out because now every girl I try to talk to compares themselves to Lala, which is it's rough, dude.
You're throwing her in the bus. She won't care. She'll be like, yeah, hey, she's like, all right, whatever. I'm
telling you, dude. It's a double.
You like gorgeous women. I mean, it's okay, but me, I was in the fucking army.
Yeah, right. I've already decided that I'm only dating ugly chicks now, so I'm done with fucking women.
Okay, back to the bar.
But your girlfriend loves to hear that,
all right, so if you're in the dive bar, what's like some crazy shit? You got any like really nutty stories?
Oh man, there's actually a stripper pole at the bar I work at. I work at the Angle Inn in Washington, Indiana, and it's a great bar. The people there are awesome. It's one of those places that if you go looking for trouble, you'll find it. But if you go in there and you're cool, then you're cool, and they'll love you and you'll love them, and it'll be a great experience. A lot of times you'll get people come in and overdo it, and shit happens. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
But I had a customer talking today. I broke up a fight one time, and I'm talking to this dude, and I look over and I'm like calming him down, and I'm calming this dude down, and the two that were about to fight were calm. As soon as I look back, this guy's buddy just came out of nowhere and punched me dead in the fucking mouth.
Hit you?
So yeah. So as soon as I got hit, then the fight was back on, and they're all fucked. It just like collided. And this lady, she's probably in her mid 60s. She was mid 50s probably when this happened. And I ended up just kind of in the push-up position over top of her with like 20 people fighting over top of it, falling on top. And I had a shirt that had my name and it said bouncer. Well, her husband just started like peeling people off of this pile until he found Ounce, and he knew that he had found me. He saw Ounce and he got me. So yeah, there's always something going on. People fucking in the bathroom. That's always a gross one. Yeah, it's a dive bar shit, man. I used to breathe
I love fucking in the dive bar. I don't know what it is.
Oh yeah, dude. I'd take
the smell of the urinal makes me so happy.
Oh man. I always say whenever I come home from working there, I smell like it's a pretty even mix of grease, smoke, and depression. That's what I come home smelling like after a shift.
So I was in Kansas City, and I was by myself. I wasn't with my chick. So I'm in Kansas City, and I get a taxi cab, and I just tell the guy, just take me somewhere like where people go, just somewhere cool. He's like, all right, well, we can take you to, whatever the fuck he called it. Yeah, perfect. That's the place. So he takes me to the spot, and I'm chilling at the bar, and there's these two guys chatting away, and I started talking to them, and then somehow it came up I worked for Guns N' Roses. I think he was wearing a GNR shirt. He was. So we start talking, and then he goes, yeah, this bar is kind of whatever. You want to go to the bar down the way, bro? He's all, it's a punk bar. And I'm kind of like, fuck yeah, man. I'm like, all right. Because in LA, I mean, there ain't a lot of that anymore. So
really?
He's like, yeah, you just go this way. So I leave, and they happen to leave too, him and his buddy. So I'm kind of like looking around, and he's like, I'll buy you guys a beer if you can show me to this blessed place of punk music. And he goes, all right, come on, bro. So we go in, he takes me to the bar. We go down this alley, we walk in, and the place is just a straight shithole. And I'm like, oh man,
I'm home.
I'm fucking home. And I go in and I take a leak in the bathroom, looking straight out of Train Spotting. And I was like, this is the most beautiful place on earth. And I told him, I'm like, I'm gonna get fucked up. I'm like, this is awesome. I walked in and they were playing Bad Religion, followed up with Black Flag, went into Rancid, then went back again. I'm like, this is fucking great. So the bartender dude, I buy him a drink, and then the guy left. So it's just me and the dude and the bartender guy. And I bought the bartender guy shot too, I think. I can't remember. And both of them were like all tattooed faces and everything, right? They fit the fucking spot. And so the guy's, well, let me get you a drink, man. I'm like, no, you said you wanted one. You got to get home to your chick. And he's like, no, you're cool. So we drink one, then it turned into two, then it turned into three. We're doing shots of what's the Pantera drink?
Oh, Blacktooth Grin.
Oh yeah, Blacktooth Grin.
We're doing that. So we had a couple of them. And then so the guy lastly goes, all right, so I gotta let you a little secret. He goes, I'm the manager of this bar. I just didn't want to come here because it's like my only day off this week. I don't want to go to my own fucking bar. He's also, don't even worry about paying, dude. We're just gonna fucking party.
I know.
And so me, him, and this bartender guy just raged all night. It was fucking amazing. Does it make you feel? I felt like a little kid again. I felt like I was 21, just going into my local bar. I finally got let into or whatever, and I'm listening to all the music I grew up on. It was really great.
So, excellent, brother.
Yeah, dive bars are good for that, man. It's there's always a story, and the old people are the best. You get the best story, the ones that have been doing that shit for fucking 40 years.
So there's a place up here called Big Bear. It's like it's a ski resort outside of LA. It's not awesome, but it's not that far from LA. So people go. And there's a super dive bar up there. Like at around midnight, they start just heaving motherfuckers,
Mm-hmm.
It's just fun to watch. So there's this old guy that I started talking to at the bar. He walks there every night. Well, dude, it's cold, man. It's a ski resort. And he walks there every single day. That's his like daily routine that he's got to do. He sits at the bar. He has like one drink. He'll talk to whoever, and then he walks home. And I'm thinking like, fucking you go, man. You go, brother,
Right on.
There's an old
nice
dude.
Guy.
Yeah, there's an old dude that goes to the bar that I help out at. And he rides his bike from the next town over that takes like 25 minutes to drive. And he'll ride his bike and have a couple of beers. Sometimes if he's got like, there's a little bitty town that the only thing in this fucking town is like 4 houses, a closed down corner store, a strip club, and a church side by side. The strip club and the church, mind you.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, it was built way after the strip club was established.
The church?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it wasn't like asshole strip club people impeding on the church. It was asshole church people impeding on the strip club. But these people would like get on the roof of their church and take pictures of people going in and out of the strip club and post them on their social media shit, and like straight bust people out to everybody that they're going to this dirty little strip club.
Wow.
Yeah. Craziness.
Is that how you met your sister?
That's not. Oh shit. No, that was a whole nother club, dude. That that club was a real shithole.
Yeah.
Look, you almost looked like you felt sorry for me. I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, fair enough. So what do you want out of tour management? What do you want to do with MK? What are you hoping for, bud?
Man, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing pretty much that anyway. I just want to make a little bit of money, enough to keep my home paid for, my taxes paid. And
what's the allure to the music industry? How do you know so many people in music and stuff? What's your gravitas?
Well, I've got a radio show.
He's a natural.
Yeah.
I don't really know, dude. I really don't know.
No, that might not be an answer. It's all good. Just wondering.
I'm lucky.
Prying into your fucking life here.
I put myself into a position to where I can do what I want to do, and I don't know. I
think he just has it. You know, there's that invisible it factor, and all the schooling and all the degrees in the world won't do things if you don't have the it factor. So he has that, and I think that's why he seems to be the right thing for him.
Yeah,
that's my take.
That.
So how does it work? You guests on your show? You play music?
Yeah, I have guests. I started out on Brews Radio. That was kind of
I found
whenever this started, the whole catfish for the booking agency job.
Yeah.
I was coming out of like an 8-year relationship. Immediately after that, like 2 months, my mom passed away. And then a couple months after that, COVID hit. And then a month or two after that, I get slammed that all this is bullshit and this dream job just disappears right in front of you.
Oh, rough. Yeah.
And I took a picture dressed as Jesus at a music festival that went kind of sub-viral. It got a lot of attention, but it wasn't like, viral.
Well, at least like one person will look at it now because of this.
Well, right. Well, somebody that had been on Brews Radio, which is a station that associated with the Rock Rage Empire.
Mm-hmm.
They saw the picture and asked me if I wanted to come on and talk about some experiences and shit like that. And I did, and we had fun and laughed and joked and carried on. And they asked me back the next week, and then the week after that, they asked me if I wanted a show.
Cool.
So I had kind of befriended some musicians, Kevo for one, and a few others. And I would just reach out and ask for interviews. And I got all these really badass interviews from, everybody from, Elias Soriano from Nonpoint to Jon Corabi. I mean,
right on.
Yeah, it's been crazy how everybody's been so cool. But I just try to be genuine with them, tell them that, nothing political, nothing controversial, just a laid back bullshit session.
Yeah.
And I've had 10 years as one of my favorite bands ever. And Matt Wantland was one of my first interviews.
Sweet.
I've had Billie Eilish's head of security, Sully Sullivan, great fucking dude.
Yeah, sure. I know the name. Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's just, I've been really fortunate that people have been.
I met him because I was hitting on Billie Eilish. It pissed him off, but whatever.
Oh, I wouldn't want to piss off.
Tell him he's
Sully,
a fucking hater. Tell him that.
Sully, yeah.
It's Sully Sullivan, bastard.
Dude. I'll tell him from a long distance text message. I'm not gonna.
It's true, man. Some of these security guys are tough motherfuckers, man.
Oh yeah.
Now he is a big teddy bear,
dude.
I love him to death, but he when his business is business, and he definitely puts. He's been with her since she was 15, and so they've got a long history. He works. He knows the family. He takes this shit serious for sure.
They have to, man. There's crazy motherfuckers in this world.
Especially the people. Well, look at Billie Eilish's material and imagine the kind of nut jobs that's going to attract. You know what I mean?
Oh, crazy.
Besides the run-of-the-mill pedophiles you got to watch out for when she's a kid, to the freaky out there shit that, I dig it, but I'm fucked up.
Yeah, but I'm not tough either, so don't worry about me. Whatever.
That's what
I used to on Poison, man. We had these security guys, dude, and I'd fucking talk shit to them. I loved fucking with them. But then when they'd have to actually do security guy shit, you'd be like, whoa, you're like,
yeah,
you're tough. Right. I was just joking
around. It's like they hit a switch.
Yeah, because they wouldn't even break a sweat ever. Like, wouldn't even be breathing hard after whatever the fucking fight, whatever may have happened. I don't know. And you're just looking, I'm like, damn, you're like really tough. That was super, super cool. Can you pass me a beer, by the way? They're just in the thing under there. But that was really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I was at Blue Ridge and Seasons, the band that I'm TM for.
Sure.
They were on, and of course they wanted crowd surfers and mosh pits and all that. So here I am. I dressed like Mayhem Jesus. I go up there and I'm crowd surfing, and I get to the rail. And these security guys were not security guys. These were just like thugs. great big muscular dudes that as soon as I got there, instead of like catching me and putting me down so I can scurry off and probably do it again, they just like pushed me back into the crowd and kept, I guess apparently there was a couple of kids behind me that they kept trying to like pushing me into, and it was crazy. The video for it is crazy as fuck, but it I don't know. That's my little security story.
Bit of fun. All right, so question I like to ask everybody. I was coming up with the idea of making a podcast. My buddy has a daughter in 5th grade, and she said I should ask every guest when they first felt famous. So my question to you guys, if it's not fame, which if it is, you're totally welcome to go there. When would there be a moment in time in your careers that you'd say is pivotal for you to make your life direction? You know, what moment would be worth bringing up? What would each of you guys choose?
Go ahead,
Darrin,
Kevin.
you want to go first?
I do not.
Okay, mine's easy because I'm still feeling the effects from this. And that is when we did 2 shows with Guns N' Roses, Philo Center in Greenville, and then Phillips Arena in Atlanta. We could have followed them to Houston, but we wasn't exactly ready then. If we would have had that opportunity in 2017, we would have gone wherever we had to go. I mean, we had it all set up by then. But people still talk about seeing us play with Guns N' Roses in those arenas. So that the ripple, if I cried for weeks, because when we were in Atlanta, right before, there's about 20,000 people there, right before the lights go out. Morgan Rose from Sevendust comes walking up the ramp. Now, especially at that time, he was my idol. I have a Morgan Rose signature snare drum.
Such a class act.
He really is a very cool guy, and I just patterned his live playing changed my life. I saw him play in 99, and I walked out a different person because of the way he played. It just blew me away.
How cool is that?
So and we were talking about on the way there that possibility of seeing any of them Sevendust guys was pretty good because they're in Atlanta mostly. So here it is, right before we're about to go on, Mark says, "There's Morgan." And I'm sitting there like looking behind me like, oh my goodness. I turned around and he was so cool. He was like, "What's up, y'all?" We were doing pictures and all that. And then I had to go out and play, and he watched us from the side of the stage. Now, I didn't give one shit about anyone in the audience. I just cared and was freaking out nervous because one of the best live drummers in the world was watching me. So afterwards, he gave me a hug, told me great. I cried for weeks, man.
That's so cool.
That's
cool.
My moment, baby.
And he's still, man, go to a Sevendust show, and that's one of the most intense fucking crowd experience shows. I saw him at, I think it was Rock on the Range or Louder Than Life, one of those festivals. And I was like 8 inches off of the ground and at an angle like that until the crowd decided that I was going to be 8 inches off the ground at an angle like that. and then eventually the crowd decided that I was going to stand up on my feet again. And I mean, that's how a Sevendust show is. It's a blast.
Fucking awesome. You had on here Eddie Meade. Eddie is Morgan's tech, and it was a great episode. It's fucking hilarious, dude. Eddie's the shit. He's a super awesome guy. So you guys should check that out. It's really, really.
I will. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really, really good. It was funny, man.
For being new, I mean, I'm relatively new. For 40 years, I worked in factories and bartended and coal mines, and I mean every kind of shit job that you could imagine. Hated waking up and going to work in the morning, but fucking had to do it. And whenever all that shit happened, and it was like I don't know, like a almost near breakdown is how I was feeling. And then I just decided to fuck it. I'll do without, because it's starting off has definitely been, a little slow and hard to, there's a struggle for sure. Just getting to these places is a lot for, a lot of them.
Yeah.
But man, I don't know what happens when you go, but I know that I want to have some good experiences before I do. And
Absolutely. Yeah.
there's got to be more to life than fucking working at a job that you hate to pay for shit you don't need.
Right, brother.
That's what I think. I don't know. You got to have fun on the way. Otherwise, what the hell, you know?
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. You gotta enjoy the cycle of shit. I like meeting
Well,
different kind of people.
If you want to do, I mean, I've played in, you know, bands and done all that, but I've been way more successful promoting those more talented than I, is how I like to put it. Because I mean, it's just, if you want to be in the industry and do it though, you'll find your little avenue. I mean, if you can build shit, there's stage work to do. And I mean, you can find yourself.
Especially right now, man. Yeah, no, yeah. Right now things are gangbusters.
Yeah.
We're looking
and
for people.
This is, I mean, I'm like a rock star without the talent. I get to do all the cool shit. I don't have to get on stage and worry about bombing and fucking shit up.
Talent is debatable on many of these many people. Don't worry so much. All right.
Well, I'm definitely not going to be taking the stage. I do pretty good work on the side though, and it's paying off finally, so I'm digging it.
Oh, yes it is, brother.
Oh, it's cool.
I thank you for that too, man. Kevo's been a huge help. He if I start having doubts or anything like that, I call Kevo, and
I'm his hype
life
man.
Coaches me through it.
There we go. Everybody needs a shoulder.
Yeah, he's a good one, man. He's been super supportive, and I got a couple others that have been, you know, really, really there for me that I you know, definitely couldn't have done it without.
I think you're cool to hang out with doors open up, you know?
It helps for sure.
Yeah,
it does.
Works out. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, and like the radio show gives me a reason to reach out to people and talk to them. Yeah. And once you have like a little bit of credentials and a little legitimacy.
Yeah. And it makes you do that too.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah. Give me an hour to talk to somebody. You'll be my friend. I mean,
right.
We'll be planning a drink or whether I got karaoke sessions planned with people. I've got cornhole tournaments planned with bands. I've got all kinds of give me an hour and we'll want to hang out sometime.
Cool.
I'm a professional buddy.
That'd be a great card.
That's a great gig, man.
I'll be your professional buddy.
Yeah, Buddy Jesus, man.
Your Buddy Jesus. Oh yeah, I like Buddy Jesus. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you for
it. Thanks for having us.
Thank you, man.
And we'll all have to hang out soon.
For sure.
Love that, man.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe by clicking the round button on the bottom right. To learn more about me or the guests on the show, go to joelrohde.com. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok. The handle's Joel Rohde. And don't forget, when you party like a rock star, don't be a dick.